Hey teacher friends, it's Monica Genta here, and I am super excited to be bringing you another episode of the Teacher Vlog, where we interview teachers just like you and get 2 tips or tricks to help you crush it in the classroom this week. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce to you my new friend, Lindsey Jensen, who's not just any ordinary teacher. Oh no, friends. She's the Illinois State Teacher of the Year for 2018. She's a high school teacher at Dwight Township High School right here in Illinois, and she is dishing up 2 things that every teacher needs to hear. So let's get rolling and introduce my friend, Lindsey Jensen. All right, teacher friends, I am so stinking excited today to be talking with my new friend, Lindsey Jensen. She is an incredible high school teacher right here in the state of Illinois. And as I mentioned earlier, Illinois State Teacher of the Year 2018. Get it, girl? So excited to have you here.
So
You just got done teaching a day of class. How was it today?
Yes. Oh, it was great. I'm in my classroom while navigating this crazy year, and I wouldn't have it any other way because those kids, they keep you grounded. They keep us on our toes, and just wrapped a full day of teaching English 4, English 3, and AP at Dwight Township High School. And yeah, happy to be here with you, rounding out my day.
Cool. And ready to share some awesome tips that I think are going to be perfect for teachers as they start their new week. So why don't you go ahead and give us your first idea that you want all teachers to know?
Sure. Well, my first tip, when I think back early on my career, and I think back to just all of the apprehension and the fears and the frustrations of being a new teacher in my classroom, feeling overwhelmed, failing regularly, and trying to grow and learn. The most valuable resource in my early years of education were undoubtedly the veteran teachers in my building, who just surrounded me with love and support and really invested in me. I mean, to this day, they're my best friends even now as retired teachers. But I was really fortunate early on to make really great relationships just with the veteran teachers in my building, the ones who were still on fire for education. And I really credit a lot of my grit and my determination to them, because they are definitely who got me. They got me through those tough early years. And I think that sometimes we are so busy, and teachers, we're constantly pushing the boundaries of what a 24-hour day can hold, and we forget about the importance of collaboration and about just how important it is to collaborate and to take time to vent our fears and our frustrations to one another. And I don't know that I would have made it through those early years without those veteran teachers. So
that's awesome. No, it's so true. And I don't think that's just true of education, right? We have to surround ourselves with incredibly positive and motivational people who are going to teach us and also love on us when we have no idea what we're doing, but they've been doing it for years. And I think that's so powerful to just be inspired by the people who have walked these same streets. And
totally.
that's cool. Like in a school, like I really want teachers to feel like they're part of a bigger team, and it sounds like you have those people in your corner. So that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, and even now, I work with some of the kindest, just most inspiring people at Dwight Public Schools, and truly, there are days when education just kicks your butt, and you go home and you think, can I do this for the rest of my life? Yeah. Right? I mean, truly, we're human, right? And I always say, we're in the business of human beings. So there are days when I'm just in my room scratching my head thinking, that was my day, But I mean, it's also the greatest joy of my life. But we need those safe spaces with people to vent. And I've been really fortunate to work with just amazing colleagues. So I guess just the power of collaboration, you know?
That's cool.
For sure.
And that kind of leads into the second tip that you're going to give us too, which is not just having relationships, obviously, with the people who we are working next door with, but also the kids who are sitting right in front of us. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yep. So, I mean, the kids, that's why we do it, right? And I have found that when I'm introducing, in English, no junior or senior boy wants to learn about grammar, right? But
why not?
I know, it's shocking, riveting. But my 3 pet peeves in writing are comma, splices, run-ons, and fragments. And you mentioned grammar to students, and it's like, oh, here we go. But what I've tried to do is, when I have a unit or something that is kind of perceived as being one of the dull or the lame units, and we all have them. It's not just in our English classrooms, but when we're presenting content that maybe isn't all that riveting to our students, I think it's important to find ways to capitalize on those moments to simultaneously build relationships with kids. So for instance, something I do that I think could be applicable to a math classroom or any content area really is like for my grammar unit. I have the kids at the beginning of the year, they fill out these like 12 questions all about their interests. What kind of music do you like? What shows do you like? What do you like to do on the weekends? Just learning about them and their interests. And then whenever I build my grammar unit and we're kind of tackling some of those grammar faux pas, any sentence we use throughout that whole unit is a sentence about my students. Mm-hmm. So day one, they've forgotten that they filled out the worksheet a week ago. And then, there's like this really funny moment where they're all kind of recognizing, how does she know all this?
Like, she's stalking me.
Right. But and so it takes kind of what can be a monotonous unit on grammar review, but they're watching to see, well, what's she going to put about me? What's she got in her Google Slides about me? What is she going to say about my friend? And we're learning about each other. So we're cultivating those relationships in the classroom. And so I try to use that as an early unit to, one, tackle some of those things that drive me nuts in student writing and tackle those errors, but also to build relationships in the classroom and to learn about each other. And it makes it makes the unit go by a little quicker, and it makes it a little more fun, I think, for everybody. So
yeah, and I think that's something that any teacher at any grade level can do, right? Like you can, if you're in math, you can incorporate that stuff into word problems. If you're teaching science, you can like absolutely do that. And
it was such an easy, quick thing, but I've been shocked at the number of kids who say they remember that. We had to do grammar, but we also got to learn about each other, and so I thought, I think that's applicable to any classroom. So
cool. Love it. So not only collaborating with other teachers, but making sure that we're being proactive about the potential collaboration that we can have with students later on just by getting to know them on a personal level.
Absolutely. And, a lot of them that maybe they don't run in the same social circles outside of class, they're learning about each other and cultivating relationships with one another and finding connections that they didn't even know existed, which is great later on whenever we get into group work and, they've nurtured that relationship early on, and then they continue to foster those relationships. So
love it.
Yeah.
All right, Lindsey, those tips were awesome, and I really do think that they are going to help teachers just get that boost that they need when they start their new week this week. So we want to thank you so much for coming on the Teacher Vlog and hanging out with us for a couple of
anytime.
minutes.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and Illinois State Teacher of the Year. Like cheering. Check her out, everybody. All right, friends, there you have it. Lindsey dishes out some great things, and to summarize, she's got 2 tips for us. 1, we gotta collaborate with those teachers who are doing life with us right next door. We in the teaching profession need as much support as we can possibly get, and there's no better person to support us than the teachers who are doing this with us every single day. So make sure that you are finding people that are inspirational and motivational and are gonna help you along in the process. Number 2, it is always great to build personal relationships with students, and we can incorporate those things that we're learning about kids directly into our lessons to make things that seem mundane more meaningful. That's something that we have to do to make sure that we are captivating the audience, who are our students, and also the hearts of our kids to make sure that we are helping them crush it in the classroom. If you liked this episode, do me a favor, share it with a friend, comment below, like and subscribe. This teacher vlog is all about helping people like you, people like me, and people all over the United States who have a passion for education. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week on the teacher vlog. Hey, you got this.